This week in Sharia, 25th of April 2016. I mentioned Nalanda, a library in India, burnt about 1,000 years ago by Islam, when the Caliph reported that this university with sleeping accommodation and everything that had been there for another previous 1,000 years, it's reported that Buddha actually studied there. When they got a message that there were all these books in this library, the Caliph said, "If it has the Quran, we don't need it. Burn it. If it doesn't have the Quran, we don't need it. Burn it." Now, by representing the Iranian Revolution as a bunch of book-burning savages, the Western media were castigated. Well, however, under Sharia law, we've got our favourite book, Reliance of the Traveller. This is the Quran, Hadith, Life of Muhammad, condensed, mixed up, and produces Sharia law. When a book falls into a person's hands concerning subject he knows nothing about, he should do absolutely nothing with it, with the book, but rather return it to those whom it concerns. He should not believe, disbelieve, or discuss it at all. We have a so-called religion that says you are not allowed to read anything else but Islam. Now, the little bit I know about the Bible, the few bits I've read, at least it says seek knowledge, not do not learn anything. Now, while you are seeking knowledge, you need to do diagrams and artwork so that people the other side of the world can see what a peacock looks like, or what a mountain looks like. We seem to have a problem with Muslims kicking off and burning everything when we draw Muhammad, but it's not the full point. So, the Prophet, this is Reliance of the Traveller, section W50.2. Aisha said, Muhammad's wife, "The Prophet returned from a trip, and I had draped a cloth with pictures on it over a small closet. When he saw it, he ripped it down, his face coloured, and Muhammad said, 'The people most severely tortured by Allah on the day of judgment will be those who try to imitate what Allah has created.' So no artwork. Don't read books. Don't draw. Producing representations is unlawful under any circumstances. W50.3. W50.5. It makes no difference whether the figure is three-dimensional or not. W50.6. Order that the heads of the images be removed so they resemble the form of trees. Now you can see this all over the Middle East, with the all the artwork smashed up. The only thing that remains is seriously heavy-duty statues and monuments, and even them with TNT are coming down. So now, no reading, no artwork, and as I said in my earlier video about the Bataclan massacre in Paris. Allah mighty and majestic sent me as a guidance and mercy to believers and commanded me to do away with musical instruments, flutes, strings, crucifixes, and the affair of the pre-Islamic period of ignorance. So we're in Reliance of the Traveller R40.1 brackets 1. Brackets 2, on the day of the resurrection, Allah will pour molten lead into the ears whoever sits listening to a songstress. R40.2, it is unlawful to use musical instruments like the mandolin, lute, cymbals and flute, or to listen to them. So now, we can't read, we can't draw, we can't play musical instruments. We're not allowed to do this. We're not allowed to do that. But jihad is a communal obligation. 09.1. 090. Jihad means to war against non-Muslims, and its etymology derives from the word mujahada. Jihad, mujahideen, mujahada, jihad. Are we starting to get the message now? This so-called religion has no art, no music, no reading, all banned, and yet jihad is compulsory and a communal obligation. Jihad, the benefits of doing it. I think that might be the next one I do. So, thank you. Goodbye.